Humanity has hit a new low.
JT.
I saw a video capturing an ad on the radio for the Fortnite Learning Center, and I thought to myself, there's no way this could be real.
Whoa, this is your answer for which weapon has the highest damage per second value? Wow, we're gonna need a few more sessions.
So help your child learn how to excel at Fortnite the way they should. Enroll in the Fortnite Learning Center today.
After witnessing this abomination of humanity, I had to start doing a little bit of research to make sure it was real.
The GMA cover story on the Fortnite phenomenon. Usually you hear about parents trying to get their kids to put down the controls, but in a story we first spotted in the Wall Street Journal.
Whoa, hold up. The Wall Street Journal covered this? Ready, aim, hire, a Fortnite coach. Parents enlist video game tutors for their children. It's not the violence or the addiction of the hit game that bothers mom and dad. It's the losing. We used to get upset about games being played too much by our kids, and they're not focusing on going outside and doing activities and interacting with other human beings playing sports. Now we're worried about our kids losing in video games. Winning bestows the kind of bragging rights that used to be reserved for the local Little League baseball champ. Just like eager dugout dads opening their wallets for pitching lessons, video game parents are more than willing to pay for their offspring to gain an edge. Okay.
Parents are trying to help their kids win by hiring tutors.
There's pressure not just to play it, but to be really good at it, said Miss Hicks, a project manager from Winchester, England. You can imagine what that was like for him at school.
Fortnite equals big bragging rights amongst friends.
Little Bobby's training really hard behind the scenes so that when he finally does get to play his friends at Fortnite, he'll whoop their butts so hard and climb that social ladder so fast that everyone will be bowing down to Bobby and saying, "Oh my god, you are so good at Fortnite! How can we be like you?"
Gotta remember, you gotta listen for people here too, okay?
Just ask 7-year-old Mason Rakovich and his 9-year-old brother Carson, who can't get enough of the online action.
Rob hopes his friends don't find out how he's upped his games. They'll probably think I'm cheating or something, he said. That's how 10-year-olds work. Oh man, life in a simpler time where you get to play your friends at Fortnite and get trained because your parents have money and spend money on professional help so that you get better at a video game. Not to go professional, but so that you can beat your friends' asses when you're 10 years old.
It's fun when you're good at it.
Coaches can be found on social media or through contracting sites such as Gamer Sensei and Bidvine, which said it hired out more than 1,400 Fortnite coaches since early March. Some coaches can't believe their parents want to sign their children up for lessons. You don't say! I can't believe that, and I play video games all the time.
This is a trend that is raising some eyebrows. Now, we've heard of parents hiring coaches to help their kids with Little League baseball or football, but a tutor for gaming?
Outside of climbing the social ladder when you're 10 years old, why would somebody pay for this? Hiring a Fortnite coach for a child is no different than enlisting an expert to help a child excel at basketball or chess, parents say. Some sit in on lessons to make sure coaches are professional and that their children are, well, leveling up.
Dad Paul has enlisted the help of a virtual tutor.
I think our time with them is super limited, especially with work, and I was kind of watching them play and I thought, like, I should check this out.
Nice, good job, dude.
Let's be honest here, spending money on a 10-year-old for Fortnite lessons, hoping that they improve to get 10 to 20 more victories than they had been getting in the past, it's kind of like buying a lottery ticket for your kid, hoping that they pan out as a professional Fortnite player in the future.
He's paying upwards of $25 a pop to help all three of them improve their play.
I'm gonna go ahead and get into spectator mode real quick here.
Their California-based coach Chris Nara says he has more than 30 clients and growing.
They're paying upwards of $25 an hour for these kids to get taught how to play Fortnite better. This is where we've come to as a civilization. This is serious first world problems if you're asking me. Now I know, first off, the devil's advocate, people are going to watch this video and say, "Oh come on Smash, you know it's just like real sports where we put our kids into playing soccer and basketball knowing they're never going to be professional athletes." Yeah, I mean, I put my kids into soccer and basketball too, but that's to get them some exercise, some hand-eye coordination with actually moving their body. Playing video games, you can do that whether you're good at it or not, but you're not getting any exercise, you're not really getting much interaction with the outside world, and no, I don't consider Xbox Live and PlayStation Network interaction with the outside world. I prefer actually having my kids move around and play sports. If I want them to be playing video games, they'll be playing video games. And you know how they're going to be getting better? By playing more video games. The idea of paying somebody to get better at a video game is just funny to me.
Some may wonder if this is yet another example of parents going over the top to make their kids winners.
Let's take a look at the website that's actually promising these services to clients. It's called gamersensei.com. Victory Royale. Find your perfect coach for a live one-on-one lesson in Fortnite. Find your coach. How it works. Pick your title. We offer personalized lessons for gamers of all skill levels across today's most popular titles. Find your sensei. Our proprietary matching algorithm finds your perfect sensei from our curated coaching community. Win more games. Receive one-on-one coaching to get better, faster, and achieve your gaming goals. I gotta ask, is this where we've come to as a society where if you can think it up, somebody will create it and there'll be people dumb enough to spend money on it? Because if people out there are seriously spending upwards of $25 or more an hour to get one-on-one training on getting better at Fortnite, I just don't even know what to say here. This is all presuming that Fortnite isn't going anywhere anytime soon, which if you look at the long-term history of video games, for the most part, new games come up every year and old ones fade away fairly fast. I'm not saying this is a fad. We all know there are games out there that stand the test of time, like World of Warcraft and Dota, StarCraft, League of Legends. There are tons of games that are mainstays still that have been around for years, and Fortnite is possibly going to be another one of those types of games. But there's no guarantee of that. And if you're spending money for your child to get better at a specific game, hoping that someday maybe they'll make lots of money in a professional league, that's like buying a lottery ticket and hoping it pays off for you. And I'd like to think money would be better spent at local sports leagues and basketball, baseball, soccer, all the traditional things. That gets your kid out, it gets them exercising, it gets them interacting with other people, it focuses a whole bunch of different natural human interactions. Spending money on someone to get better at video games it's just funny to me. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just hysterical.
Gamer Sensei is the world's first full-service personal coaching platform for esports. Gamers select their ideal coach from a list of top-ranked pros from around the world, and then connect one-on-one via our custom coaching software for live online lessons.
But digging further, a part of that Good Morning America segment interviews the father who's paying for this child to get better at Fortnite. And he said it's a really good bonding experience where they get to sit on the couch together and play Fortnite together, and it helps them bond more because his son is better at Fortnite and they experience a better time together while playing. I'd like to argue that that's not necessarily the point of bonding with your kid. You don't necessarily need to be good at the game to have a good time with each other playing it. And part of the fun, part of the growth process, part of the bonding is educating your child how to get better, being the teacher for them in a video game. Paying someone else to do that is just mind-blowing to me. It's crazy.
But Paul says it's all about bonding with his sons.
This is one of many things that we do together. When they have an interest in something, it definitely makes things easier.
It's almost like we've gotten to a point in this society where we don't know how to have fun anymore. We don't know how to interact with family members and bond with people.
It's a great way to bond. If you both love playing video games, this is something you can do together. You can have fun. It really does create a nice moment and memory for a parent and child.
We're so far removed from human interaction that we've gone the other side, and now we're spending $20 to $25 or more dollars per hour to have someone talk to another member of our family via the internet on how to get better at a game so that we can bond with them better while we're playing that game. Does that sound crazy to anybody else? See why Gamer Sensei is changing the face of esports. Let us show you the difference that personalized coaching makes. Board the battle bus and get in there. Victory Royale awaits. They are selling parents on the idea of, if you spend this money, we will coach your kid up to get them to the point of being a professional esports player. Maybe it will work, but to me that sounds an awful lot like thinking if I spend money on a basketball coach, my kid will end up in the NBA making millions of dollars. And that's not necessarily the reality of life. I'd spend money on a basketball coach for my kids so they get face-to-face time with a real human being, with other kids their age range, and interacting with them, finding out what it's like to be a kid, adventure and have fun out there, running around, having time to exercise and move your body and figure out how your hands interact with your legs. Saying you're spending money just to press buttons on a video game controller, it's just wild to me. I just can't imagine the idea behind this. And I know there'll be people that watch this and say, ah, Smash, you just don't get it because you're not hip with the new age. I don't see this thing having any legs to it. I think it's crazy, but maybe that's just me. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about spending real money on people to train your kids to play Fortnite better and earn them a few more victories and maybe give them some bragging rights at the cafeteria lunch table. But at the end of the day, what are we even doing anymore as a society?
Paul thinks Fortnite's a valuable tool for staying close with his boys.
I didn't go into it expecting to be this big, huge thing that we'd bond over. I'd probably be happier if it was golf.
Smash Smash